Today we're going to be demonstrating how to do a gas conversion on a Fire Magic grill. In this case, a 36-inch Aurora A790. All Fire Magic gas grills come with a conversion kit, so you can convert it between propane and natural gas. Whatever gas type it was set up for at the factory, this one happens to be propane. It can be converted to the other gas type later on with a few simple tools. The tools that you'll need are going to be a Phillips head screwdriver, a 3/8 nut driver, and a crescent wrench. Propane flows at a much higher pressure than natural gas. In order to operate the grill with each gas type safely, we need to adapt the pressure regulator parts to match each gas type. These gas flow control elements in the grill are number 1, the regulator, and number 2, the orifices. Alright, the regulator is located behind the control panel on the left-hand side of all Fire Magic gas grills. The orifices are located in the valves that go into the burners, and we'll need to remove the burners in order to replace the orifices. First thing we're going to do is remove the warming rack. In order to get to the regulator behind the control panel, we first need to remove the knob, and so you just simply lift up on the knob and pull it straight off. On models that have a lighted disc behind the knob, you lift up on the disc and expose the wire. To remove the wire, don't grab it by the wire, grab it by the plastic connector, pull off and remove it. And then once that is done, you take the wire and you push it back through here. And then we take a screwdriver, Phillips head screwdriver, and remove the screw holding the control panel. After you have the first one done, just continue down the line and remove each knob and remove each lighted disc by pulling on the plastic connector. Push the plastic connectors through and remove the last screw. Once both screws and all the knobs are removed from the control panel, slightly lift up on it and remove the control panel from the back and rest it on the drip tray. The chain will hold it in place while you perform the pressure regulator conversion. To convert the regulator, simply use a crescent wrench to loosen the 7/8 fitting and remove it to expose the plastic plunger. Once you expose that plastic plunger, the disc side is the LP side, and we're going to convert it to natural gas. Simply pop this little plastic piece off, flip it over, and insert it. On the flat side of the disc, it says LP and natural. Whatever is facing away from the nut is the gas type that it is set up for. In this case, we've converted it to natural gas. Ensure that the plunger is connected properly and reinstall back into there, making sure that you center it up on the spring. Reinstall it and tighten it finger tight. All right, once completed, you're going to take the wire connectors, push them back through the front of the control panel, lift up on the control panel, and place it in the notch at the top, making sure that all the connectors are still through. Once each connector is through, you're going to reconnect. Push them back through and put them into the notch you see in the control panel here. Once completed, if your grill has the lighted disc, turn the power on to make sure that each disc lights up. Turn the power back off and reinstall. Once all the knobs are in place, go ahead and reinstall each screw. Finger tight to start. And a Phillips head screwdriver to snug them back down. Now that the regulator's been converted over, we're going to convert the grill on the orifice side to the correct gas type. In order to do that, we need to expose the burners. In order to get to the burners, we need to remove the flavor grids and the cooking grids. We're going to remove the cooking grids first. Simply lift up on the cooking grids from here and remove all 3 grids. Once the cooking grids are removed, we're going to remove the flavor grids. Once the flavor grids are removed, it now exposes the E-burners. To remove the burners, in this case the pins have already been removed, but in all cases, new from the factory, there will be clips located here, one on each burner. So if you try to lift up on the burner and it won't lift up, that means that clip is still in there. Simply get a pair of needle nose pliers, remove that clip, and the burner will lift straight up. It's held in here. And we're going to do the same for all 3 burners. Now that the burners have been removed, we're going to remove the orifices. The orifices are located on the output side of the valves. In order to remove those, we're going to use a 1/4 inch ratchet with a short 6-inch extension and a 3/8 socket. This is the easiest way to do it. You also could use a nut driver and 3/8. To remove the orifice, simply take your ratchet, put it on the end of the orifice, and remove. And you removed all 3 orifices in this grill. Once you locate the orifice, go ahead and reinstall it into the orifice holder by simply screwing the correct orifice into the valve. Once it's threaded, gently snug it. Do not over tighten it, otherwise you will break that brass connector. Now that all the orifices have been installed for the correct gas type, we are going to reinstall the burners, the flavor grids, and the cooking grids. To install the burner, simply grab the burner, put it over the orifice that you just replaced, push it into place, and line up the holes in the back. The burner should be resting on those holes, and do that for all 3 burners. If the burners are set up correctly in the proper spacing, the burners will set in place. They cannot be up like this. They have to be all the way back, so they line up in each hole, and there is no need to replace the clips that were on there. Those are strictly for shipping. Once the burners are in place, go ahead and reinstall the flavor grids, and the flavor grids will only go in one way. You line them up with the notches on the flash tubes. Once the flavor grids are in place, we're going to reinstall the cooking grids and the warming rack. Job done.